All right. Welcome back, y'all. Thank you for joining us again today. This is the Hedge with Double D.
The Hedge with Double D.
I hate to say it, but man, we took a beating last night.
Not good.
Yep. I'll share my screen a little later on as we get more into it, but I think we went like 2 for 11 or something. It was just the only two we hit were some minus 110, minus 180 straight bets. So didn't make a lot of money last night. Definitely lost it. So sorry about that, y'all. Hope you didn't. But before I say go too far, we'll look at it again later too. But as long as you followed us with the $10 bets with everything, you're still up plenty of money. So one bad night's not going to hurt you. You got to keep it riding. You can't jump off the train now.
So. Yeah, and really, I was thinking about there's no need to share your screen. You know, they don't need to see who's in last place. It's
fine. So yeah. Don't look at the names. Just look at the numbers.
Yeah. And you spell double D TONY, just so you know.
I was about to say, like, yeah, this is Colin with us, not Tony. So, but yes, y'all, we'll see. It's okay. We had one bad night. We'll bounce back. We'll still be good. It happens.
And we're still in the green, baby. Let's go.
Exactly. And I'll let Tony tell you about it more, but just because we're only miss our official picks, that might not be the only picks we're making, so we'll see. But let's get into last night's games. So Heat Knicks was first. It went basically in terms of the winner, like we thought. The Heat pretty much controlled most of the game. I mean, it got close here and there, but I never really felt like the Heat weren't going to just keep winning. They had their role guys step up. Strus played really well. Unfortunately, Gabe Vincent did not, which was part of my parlay, which did not hit. But basically, most of the Heat role players kind of did their part. Bam.
Big night from Bam, too.
Yeah, dude. Bam all of a sudden had his big night. He finally had the coming out party, the double-double like you had on there. 23 points, 13 bounds. And he was just like from the start of the game, I think he just kind of took over the whole game, which is really bad for the Knicks if Bam starts playing well. And honestly, going to be
that's bad for everyone in the East.
I'm about to say, yeah, if Bam actually can play up to what the Heat would like him to be, they're going to be. I mean, they can go to the finals for sure.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'll pull up. You can kind of give me. Excuse me. You can talk about the game for a second. I'm going to pull up my. Share the screen here so we can all see our bets.
Cool. Yeah, in this segment, please focus on me, not the sheet. Just kidding. No, kind of like what Dawson said, the game kind of went just how we thought it was going to. That 8-point margin victory, I feel like it was more than that. It's one of the bigger like blowouts in 8-point game form that I've seen.
It didn't.
Like you said, anytime Brunson and the Knicks started making a run, boom, big shot from Jimmy Buckets. Boom, big like put back from Bam Adebayo, just to kind of get the crowd back in it and halt that run they were having. So definitely some of the props wise, Jimmy Butler coming up just short. I'm not mad at the guy because he still made us all a good amount of money this postseason.
That's right.
But man, it's crazy thinking we if he would have had 3 more points, we wouldn't be talking about how he did terrible last night.
Yeah, exactly.
I know one of mine would have hit. I had a free little bonus bet on there that would have won me an extra $80.
Oh, man.
It hurts, but like Dawson said, I got more going on than just my official picks. I still finished the night in the green.
Nice.
Wasn't as big as I was hoping, but I'll take what I can get. I didn't lose money, so that's all I'm really trying to do.
But yeah, another day. Yeah.
Say what?
That you live to bet another day.
Yes, sir. My account is not at 0, not yet.
Right.
Give me another week or so, and we might have a different conversation. But for now, we bet. Colin made a good bet on Brunson. He did take over for the Knicks. They had a big 3 for the first time really in the playoffs, and I'm sure they're really happy about that. I'm sure they would have liked it more if we could have come away with a road win in that situation. But RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and of course Brunson, they all had over 20 points, and they all contributed. They were not inefficient nights by any means. So
Yeah.
I look for the Knicks to kind of bounce back. I know their next game's at home. I don't think they're going to win the series because I
Not at
think
all.
just Jimmy Butler and the Heat are just the better team.
Yeah.
But I do expect them to show signs of life, and not guaranteeing a win in Game 5, but it's going to be a good one. It's going to be close, if nothing else. So I like for the Knicks to kind of build off the little momentum they had off their stars playing,
Yeah.
but come up short in the end. So.
I agree with that completely. I'm definitely not going to bet on them to win the next game, but I might not bet on the Heat to win either. I might just stick with player props. One of those games. Julius Randle was really efficient. 8 for 13. I could see him shooting more the next game. Maybe RJ Barrett takes a step or maybe shoots a little bit less, but you never know. Brunson's definitely going to be, the main guy every time.
Yeah.
But we don't need we won't get too into that. That'll be tomorrow. But yeah, if we do look at our bets, if you look at my screen, there's a lot of red in there, unfortunately, for yesterday. A lot of losses. Only two wins we had were the straight minus 185 and the straight minus 110 bets. So you didn't win a whole lot. Definitely lost more than we won. But that's gonna happen, like we said. And remember, y'all, on the YouTube page in the About section, this is linked. This page is linked, so you can visit it yourself without me having to show you it. You can look at it anytime you want. I'm trying to figure out how to put it in the actual comments easier, but for now it's in the About section. So we have at the bottom here, you've got your 3 tabs. We got the actual our actual totals. So if you want to see how much we've made completely, yeah, don't look at. Let me go down so you can't see Tony's name.
Oh yeah, thank you. Good save. they almost saw it.
Yeah. So you can see I'll brag on myself a little bit. I'm the high end winner right now on the official picks with 44.50, but otherwise we're all doing really well. Or we're it's still way above water in terms of as a group. And then you have your actual bet history tab here. You can look at all our bets. You can see the history of if there's a certain person you may want to follow more than others. Maybe you want to fade someone or follow someone based on how well we're doing. And on the right side over here, we've set that up. Andrew is basically become the executive producer here. He is setting all this stuff up, so it kind of updates it as we go, which is pretty cool. He's done all the formulas and whatever. So you can see, even though we're 13 and 15, 13 wins, 15 losses, we're doing a lot of juiced parlays. So you're gonna be probably more losses than wins, and you'll still come out on top. So if you see down here where we have the units won, that is really where you want to focus on. That shows if you put a $10 bet like we said on everything, then you're still up $100. If you look at the units, it's basically just multiply it by 10 and you'll get the total. So you're still up $100 if you followed us for everything. So not bad at all. So as bad of a night we had, we're still doing pretty good. So you can't complain too much. The next game we had, the Warriors and the Lakers, was where we all none of us, yeah, we didn't get close at all on that stuff. We all had the Warriors. At least on the first game, we at least said the Heat were going to win. So if you just rode with that, you'd be good. We all liked the Warriors. I think I had Anthony Davis going under. He may have actually hit that under, but it didn't.
We did an inflated one, and we hit on that one.
So we did hit on that part. That's right.
Yeah, I think it was 26.5, and he had 23. So we hit that one.
So we got that at least, but again, it didn't matter because we missed the rest of the parlay. So
yeah.
But otherwise, we were just way off on the Warriors, and that's something we've talked about. If you don't feel confident in who's going to win the game, it's a lot better to just do player props. It's I think the player props are a little bit easier, at least in my opinion, to hit, because sometimes, unless you have watched the games more, maybe you just feel confident about a certain team. Like the Heat, I do feel confident more about the Heat. So I'm fine taking them to win, but maybe this next time the Warriors-Lakers play, I might back off the money line or the spread.
Yeah.
But again, but like we said, Who would have thought Lonnie Walker is going to like take over in the fourth quarter and ruin all of our parlay?
Ruin all of our hopes and dreams. Damn it.
I mean, come on, Lonnie. But good for him. I don't see that happening again, I guess. But at least, I mean, the Lakers now have a complete control of the series.
Yeah.
You know, I would imagine Golden State's still going to put up a really good fight. I mean, they still have 2 home games left, so you never know. I mean, if we go to 7, but you gotta like
Yeah, you know, I'm finally accepting, like, damn, maybe the Lakers are better than I'm giving them credit for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Because the whole time in the Grizzlies series, after we lost game 1 at home, oh, we're fine. We just got to win 1 in LA. We're a better team. That's fine.
mm-hmm.
And then we get down 3-1, and we win game 5 in a pretty convincing fashion. You know, I'm so confident. Like, oh yeah, I'm not guaranteeing it, but if there's a team to do it, it's us.
Yeah.
Nope. Blow us out, beat us by 40. And
Yeah, that was
the whole time I'm expecting the Warriors, like, all right, they're about to snap their fingers and become the Warriors and take off. It just didn't happen. They kept it close pretty much the whole game, and they led a good amount of it.
Say, yeah.
When it came down to it, the Lakers got them.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're the better team right now. And I mean, at a certain point, we should believe what we see. They're the best team since they made the trades. They've got the best record since they made those trades. I mean, I don't like to talk too bad about like players, and honestly, I like Russell Westbrook, and I don't like how people are like talking trash about him all the time. But
people been doing him dirty.
Yeah, but they've gotten better since he left. Whether it's addition from subtraction or if it's just that D'Angelo Russell and Vanderbilt and these guys are good fits, I don't know, but. Because I mean, actually, I won good money on him on the Clippers series because it was like he's gonna want to score a bunch of points because he's all they got. Yeah. So, but again, good to see the Lakers win. I guess I don't know. I mean it's fun. I like LeBron. I guess I didn't like him when he first came in the league that much because I was the Kobe guy, and I felt like he was like, oh, I'm the best already, and I haven't won anything. But I mean, he's proven himself, so it's hard not to cheer for him at least a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Especially, I understand if you didn't like him, but when he came back to Cleveland and gave Cleveland a ring like he promised,
that was awesome.
I was like, all right, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah.
So awesome. I got nothing but respect for LeBron most of the time.
And winning everywhere he goes. I mean, yeah, that's hard to do. Yeah. So enough about that. I thought let's get away from last night's games.
Please.
Let's reset. We're gonna go to tonight. We're gonna make our money again. I'll stop sharing this here. Let's take a quick little break, and then I'm gonna let Tony come back, and he's gonna give me his official picks.
Redemption time. Let's do it.
Exactly. And then later on in the show, we'll get everybody else's official picks. All right, we'll be right back.
Nice.
All right. So we're back. We're going to get Tony's official picks right now because he's not going to be able to join us later on the show. So, Tony, I will let you take it away.
All right. I'm going to go with the East game first. Celtics and Sixers. This has been a hell of a series so far, and I don't expect anything different for the remaining 2, maybe 3 games left. Hopefully 3. Kind of like what Dawson said earlier, I'm kind of leaning towards leaving the team winner out of it because it's the playoffs, man. Just like in March Madness when little teams beat big teams, it all comes down to that one day, who's more hyped up. So I can't guarantee any of that. So I'm going to kind of let that slide for a little bit, try to make up for my poor picks recently. So I'm going to go a no sweat same game parlay on DraftKings. It's going to be 5 legs, more than I usually do. Give me Jason Tatum over 25.5 points. And keep in mind on DraftKings, you can buy or sell points here and there. So if you're like, whoa, that's not what his over-under set at, that's why. So Tatum over 25.5 points. Embiid over 27.5 points. Give me Embiid over 9.5 rebounds. So Embiid double-double. Give me Harden over 6.5 assists. And lastly, Harden 2 or more 3-pointers made. That is going to turn $10 into about $55. Oh, I can't math. $57. Excuse me.
Nice. All right. So it's a 570.
Yes.
Nice.
Actually, yeah. What am I doing? I can just give you the exact odds. Hold on. Sorry.
Okay.
Plus 475. That's
475. Okay.
Plus 475. Yes, sir.
Right.
Good deal. So that's going to be my pick for the East game. Again, I don't know who's going to win. I think it's going to be Boston, but man, I would love to see Philly go in there and steal another one in Boston.
Yeah.
So that is my pick for the East. Are you ready for my West?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So I know I said I was going to keep the team spreads out of it, and I am for the most part. I bought some points. I'm going to do Suns plus 9.5.
Ooh.
I don't think they're going to win by or lose by double digits. I think it's going to be close if they don't win.
Okay.
So give me Suns plus 9.5. Booker's just been on a tear. He's been the best player in the playoffs so far. So I don't see that changing tonight, especially when you have two guys like Booker and Durant. Who are going to put your best guy on? You know, like you can put him on Booker for a while. Durant's going to light you up and vice versa. So I don't expect Booker to step back in his production. So I'm going to go Booker over 30.5 points. Kevin Durant, 25 plus points. And Jokic, 25 plus. So those four picks are going to be 285 plus 285. Turn $10 into 38.50, and then of course that includes getting your $10 back.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So what Tony was saying there, the 38.50 is included in the $10 bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I kind of messed up last time.
You're good.
Y'all know what I'm saying. So yeah, those are my official picks. I think it's going to be a good night of basketball again. These are my two favorite series of the playoffs going on right now. So I'm happy that we're getting to watch these all. I'm glad they're both 2-2. That's always exciting. So
yeah, I hope these both go to 7 because these are definitely some of the best games.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to getting my name back to where it should be. Yes. Back in the green, baby. Come on.
All right, dude. Me too. I like those picks. I feel confident in them. We'll see if they mirror mine or not. All right, Tony. Well, thank you for joining me. We're gonna go ahead and end this segment here. My neighbor's getting loud outside, so this is a perfect time. So thank you for joining me. Thanks for the picks. We'll see y'all, or we'll come back in a second.
Cool. Always a pleasure.
So yeah. All right. Welcome back to the Hedge with Double D. Thank y'all for staying with us.
The Hedge with Double D.
Let's get into today's games. We've already talked about last night's games. Let's get into the money. So first game we've got Celtics and the 76ers. This has been maybe my favorite series of this round so far. Definitely a little bit of a bias because this is also the series that I've made the most money on. So
that's good.
That's my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Profitable series.
But it's Boston, Philly. I mean, Embiid's really fun to watch, I think. Tatum and Brown, like the Celtics are fun to watch. They've got a really good defense, but they can also score a lot of points. I think this is my favorite series for sure. It's 2-2 now. I know Boston's been favored to win it all. I still like Boston to win the series. I wouldn't be surprised at all if this goes to 7. I really want it to go to 7. And I wouldn't be surprised if every team just holds home court, basically. If it goes Boston, Philly, Boston. It wouldn't be surprised me at all.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild spread, too, for a playoff game. I mean, like how close these games have been. What do you think about the spread?
6.5, right?
I got 7.
Okay, so I've
on
got
my end.
I think it's 7. For some reason on DraftKings, when you switch to a same game parlay, they won't let it stay at a straight up number, so it's got to be a half point. So that makes sense. So 6.5, 7. That's a lot, dude. Especially for a 2-2 series. That is a lot. Like I like the Celtics here, but I would be afraid to take the 7 points. I don't think I would take Philly plus 7. If anything, I would just buy some points for Boston and buy it down to like 3.5, 4.5, just to be safe. I still think Boston's going to win, and I don't think it's going to be like a last-second shot like last game.
Yeah, that was wild, man.
Yeah,
that whole end of that game.
Yeah,
I mean, I know you guys talked about the
yeah.
Marcus Smart went off, but
Dude.
you know that, yeah.
He was inches short in the fourth quarter, and then he was like milliseconds late in overtime. Just that.
What did you think of the game, Colin? What did you think of how everything ended last night?
I think that if you're Boston, you feel like you left one on the table. You really could have, snuck that one out. And the fact that because they didn't really play very well at all the whole game, and they finally started the last couple minutes, kind of started to get where you wanted it to. But man,
they did put, yeah.
You gotta make a statement tomorrow because it's you can't be losing game 5, especially because then 76ers would wrap it up, in my opinion, if they win on game 5. So I think this is a must-win game. I think it's huge.
And man, that'd be Boston would the Boston fan base would be like calling all. They'd want to fire Missoula on the spot.
What do we know about Boston teams coming into the playoffs? I mean, we got the Boston Bruins, our great regular season exit. We got the Boston Celtics, the favorite coming into the playoffs, great regular season. Do they exit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And
this
they
is
weren't
Boston
even
sports.
They weren't as good as they should have been against the Hawks. They should have swept the Hawks. Like,
absolutely. Yeah. They should have put it on the Hawks, and it's one of those things. They kept them hanging around. They got caught. Mm-hmm. And I think that you look at the difference between last year with Udoka coaching, he really kind of gave them grit, and he would be willing to get up in their face and saying, hey, you're not playing the way you should be, ABC. Whereas Missoula, you can definitely see that same thing is not there. And especially with, you just look at the way he takes timeouts. He doesn't.
He's getting burned. Yeah. You can't bank him for the next game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. And even
Boston hasn't looked right, in my opinion, just to add on that. They don't look right.
I'm the first to admit, I don't know the value of NBA coaching. I can't tell how important a coach is. I don't know how important a coach is, but I can tell that Missoula is getting out coached by Doc Rivers. Like, it seems pretty obvious. Yeah,
I would agree with that. I mean, regardless of the outcome. But
I think Dawson, that coaching thing, look no further than Eric Spoelstra, and see what he does, because that regular season Heat team is not what they are right now, especially things have slowed down. So.
And Spoelstra is one of the guys when they were winning with LeBron and Wade and them, I was like, anyone could win with them. And once they left, I was like, damn, dude, Spoelstra's I was wrong about Spoelstra. He's way better than I thought. Yeah. Dude, he's proved himself for sure.
Honestly, I mean, I'm intending to lean towards the +7 on this game tomorrow. I think Boston gets it done. Close game, but just in spirit of what's been going on, and Embiid wins the MVP. I'm a gut guy. I love to see the story of Harden coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna shy away from it. The money line is +260. If you're looking for something to boost up, a Harden, combo with a Philly money line, you can probably get some serious, money going on, like a +400, +500 with that. But, I don't know. You guys, I've kind of convinced myself this conversation that we're not confident with -7. Are we?
Yeah. Well,
based on what we've seen. I mean, which. Well, we're not. I mean, doesn't make us confident in +7, as a group. But I'm leaning closer to that. So I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in there. But I mean, it's an exciting game, for sure. And I do agree that out coaching, or obviously Doc Rivers is out coaching the Celtics. You said his name was Derek. I know I'm bad with names.
Joe Mazzulla.
So anyway,
and he's new, dude. I only know that name because other people are talking crap about him. Like, I wouldn't if he was doing better. I probably wouldn't know his name.
Yeah. Okay. Until they won the fight. Until he's Nick Nurse. And you're like, who is this guy? Wins a championship. And you're like, now. Okay,
I didn't know his name till like last week. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Well, with that, let's move into let's go ahead and do a little over the hedge, under the hedge. I think We'll do a little bit less than last time. We're only going to do one player per game, but I still like it. Let's jump into it. Let's do over the hedge. Let's do under the hedge.
Over the hedge.
Under the hedge.
All right, let's get it. All right. I'm gonna share my screen so everyone can see what we're looking at. Uh-oh. What's going on? We got music playing, y'all. Sorry about that. Little Pink Floyd.
Little pigs on the wing. All
Pigs
right.
on the
Hey,
wing.
good dog, Joyce. I mean,
Late night with
Space
the
is the
hedge. Pink
place.
Floyd.
we need to we'll have to have some Dawson, some late night of the hedge music talk at some
Yeah,
points of some good bands and things that we've enjoyed over our life.
We can, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
I'll leave it at that.
Me and Dylan have gone to a few shows together. We probably can't talk too much details about them, but we've been there, done that.
Counterpoint in Atlanta. I remember
Oh.
doing that. Oh man, what a weekend!
One of
Met
the best.
Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember Jake? Oh, that guy.
Jake and his Cheez-Its, yeah.
Yeah, he was handing Cheez-Its out to everybody. That was hilarious. Oh Lord! All right, go ahead, Dawson. Sorry, we got off track.
All right. So, all right, this segment sponsored by Counterpoint. We got over the hedge, under the hedge. We're gonna start with the Celtics. Dylan gave me this one. I like it because he was saying last game, Marcus Smart shot 10 3-pointers. Even if you're shooting like 20% from three, if you're shooting 10 3-pointers, you should get 12.5 points. I don't think he's going to shoot that many next game. I like you said, overtime. I like Dylan sent a great text last night. I wish I could share it. It was something like overtime means it's
Overtime. Oh
for the
yeah.
points.
Oh, just a little saying among the boys.
Oh,
If you're watching a game and we're on the overs, just if it goes to overtime, it's overtime. It's time for
baby.
everybody to go over, baby.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was classic.
I'm working on my dad jokes, so thank you for remembering that, Dawson, our resident dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that. Yeah. So we got Smart 12.5 points. That's tough because you never know with Smart. He could go off for like 18. He could have like 4 points and a bunch of assists. I think I'm gonna ride with Tatum to carry the team tomorrow. So I'm gonna go under the hedge here. Dylan, I'm gonna let you go next. What do you think?
Yeah, man, this is a tough one, and that's why I brought it up. Tatum didn't look the same. He didn't like he was leading the team. I'm going to say when he ended up with 24 points and I think a ridiculous amount of rebounds. I don't know what it was, but it was like over 15. Again, overtime. But Smart really was. He's the point guard, and when the ball's not moving, it just ends up in his hands more. He was cranking a lot of threes. So this is like right at his average for the playoffs. I think his average is around like 12. I want to say I looked it up earlier.
Yeah, for the season, he's at 11.5.
So playoffs, he's averaging 16 points. He's back home in Boston. We do think it's a Tatum takeover. Give me the over, though. I think he's going to come back. I mean, he's been shooting a lot. I'm going to go with the over and ride with it.
All right.
I'm with Dylan. It's a
All
slight
right.
over for me. I think he gets to about 14, but yeah, over.
All right. What's funny? Yesterday when we were all correct about Harden, or at least I think maybe like 4 out of 5 of us, we all said like Harden, I think he's gonna go over, but like 22, 23. He doubled.
I was off.
Dylan, did you take the under?
I faded. Yeah. Fade me.
Oh, that's all right.
No, I was trying to be contrary,
Well,
I mean,
no one was very. Some people were kind of right, but no one was actually that correct on it. So no worries. All right, let's move to Embiid. I like how we're doing. I like doing some of these combos. These are fun. I don't normally pick these as bets, so it's really fun to do these as over the hedge, under the hedge stuff. Kind of mix it up. Last game, Embiid easily went over this. He had he had
47 total.
47 total. Oof.
Rebounds and points, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe more. No. That was at the end of the fourth quarter. Overtime included, it was more.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think.
Because he had like 15 rebounds and then 30-something points. Maybe like 13, 14 rebounds. I'll let Dylan tell me once he pulls it up, but I don't think Harden puts together 2 back-to-back stellar games. I think they're gonna let him shoot a lot because like if I'm Doc, let me see. If I'm Doc, I'm gonna say, James, I'm gonna need you to go out there and put the team on your back and we're gonna take this over.
I love
Doc,
it.
is that you?
Doc,
Special guest Doc on the audio. So I'm gonna say Embiid. I don't think Harden does take over the game. So I'm gonna say Embiid goes over on this with 40.5 points and rebounds. Let's go to Colin next on this one.
I'm taking Embiid on it. I think the Celtics do win it, but I think that Embiid can definitely put together, 28, 10, and 4, and knock it out. So.
Yep. All right, we got another over.
Yeah, so this will be, just so you know, it is just points and rebounds on that one.
Yes.
If that changes,
okay.
changes your opinion, because you'll be right under.
You know what? Let's keep it over. Let's keep it over.
Let it ride, baby.
Dance.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I'll be brief. Boston makes their shots. There's not gonna be as many rebounds to go around. They're at home. Do I think that affects his total that much? No, I don't. I think he's going to get over this. I think we're going to ride together. So everybody might want to fade or follow, but I'm over on this.
You had me there in the first half. I was about.
And it really is. Is he healthier? I mean, is he going to have 36 minutes of health?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's going to be a tougher environment.
It's one of those things like this. Honestly, all these picks that I put on here, these are all picks that are too hard for me to decide to actually bet on, but I like to talk about them.
I'm staying off this one this time. Yeah,
exactly.
This one's a risky one.
Yeah,
I would stay away.
Exactly.
But it's fun.
yeah. So in general, I think we all like the Celtics, but we don't like the spread.
Yeah, that's a high spread. That makes me nervous.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous.
Yeah. Maybe it might be worth taking a flyer on the maybe if you're degenerate special, throw the Sixers in there. But all right, let's move on. Anyone unless y'all have anyone want to add something?
No, I'm good on that one.
All right, let's move on. All right. So next game we got Suns and the Nuggets. Side note, when the Nuggets wear their powder blues, that's my favorite jersey in the NBA. I don't know when we think of that, but man, when they had AI and Carmelo and the powder blues.
Oh my God, that
was my favorite team.
That was a good team.
Oh man.
They went to the Western Conference Finals. Was Birdman on that team?
Oh yeah. Oh man, the Birdman.
Yes.
Tat it up before that was before body tats was such a thing in culture. Everybody's like, who is this guy?
Dude, yeah. Chris Birdman Anderson, I think, right? Yeah.
Yep. Dude.
Oh man. Good times. Anyone that was watching that, I hope you all appreciated that because that was fun for sure. All right, Booker. Well, let's look. I mean, we might as well let's jump into over under while we're at it, and we'll talk about the game as we go. Oh man, if I'm gonna pick a winner, I'm probably riding with the Nuggets here. I just think they're but they're a -2.5. So once again, like it's not the best. It's not a great money line. They're minus on FanDuel.
They're -5.5 right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing -5.5. But I mean, I think the Nuggets are just a better team. I think I'd still take them. I would definitely take a money line. I don't know if I would. I'd probably take the spread. Most of these games in general, if you think about this, most of these games are not ending in last shot 2-3 point games.
No.
So if you're gonna take a team to win, it's almost like worth taking 4 points, 5 points.
Yep.
It's just like the smarter play.
Well, I mean, last night it was a 1-point game for Philly.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's tough to say.
Yeah. And even like, I mean, and like this game was it was a 1-possession game. They hit those free throws at the end. I think it ended at 5 points. But again, and I mean, Jokic went off. It's like, I don't think Jokic is going to go off like that again. But the rest of his team, you'd think would help him out. I mean, it's hard to say, man. I still have more faith in Nuggets. I think I'd feel more confident taking the Nuggets -5.5 than the Suns +5.5. What do y'all think? Dylan, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this game, don't love it either way.
Yeah.
On the spread, I
Sticking more with player props.
yeah, I'm a player prop guy on this. I think Devin Booker points is just going to be fun to look at, which we're about to do. So we could talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that now.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I'll come back to the game on my final picks.
Let's talk about it now. Devin Booker, we've got 32.5 points. Like, that's ridiculous as your over-under. That's crazy. But he's been the best player in the playoffs so far. Like, Jimmy Butler's been amazing, but Devin Booker's been the best player. And like I said, yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't remember when, I said like, oh, I'm not betting against that. And then lo and behold, I was like, I'm going to put a little parlay with him to hit under. And of course I missed. So got to listen to myself. I still like.
Did you have a pick?
I'm thinking.
you got these picks
I don't,
all the time,
I know, man.
Come on, all right.
I'm going under.
I'm gonna go over.
Okay, you're going under. I'm going under.
Over.
Dylan's going over. Colin, what are you thinking?
I'm going over. I'd rather be wrong guessing over than wrong guessing under. So
God, y'all are scaring me. I'm gonna keep my under though. At some point, he's got to not be the best player.
Oh, for sure. He's
right?
just playing so well. I'm rolling with it.
You've got Durant on your team. I don't know.
It's just who else is scoring after those?
Yeah, but exactly. That's really it. Chris Paul's not in. I mean,
there's nobody else.
What happened to Ayton? Can he like not dunk it? Like what happened? Can we not?
He might be injured or something. I don't know, man. His point total's super low right now too. I was actually going to point that out at some point.
I don't think he's even made like 10. Like he's always in single. Everyone's in single digits.
He doesn't. I don't think he wants to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell him to come on the show. He can come do this with us instead.
You think Tony knows it?
He's like 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Can we do this? What are we?
Yeah, he's trying to go on vacation. You're right. That's hilarious.
All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna keep my under pick. Okay. Jokic was the next one. I love doing the Jokic combined stats here because this is just, it shouldn't be possible, but he hits over, like he's hit over 3 out of 4 games. So, 53
totals up now.
53.5. I mean, why would I not take the over? He's 3-4. I'm just gonna ride him. I'm gonna ride him on the over. I'd feel like y'all said with Booker, it's the same idea with me. I'd feel bad. I feel stupid if he hits it and I say under. Colin, let's go to you next.
Yeah, it is crazy. It jumped 3 points just from yesterday, since it was set at 50.5. Man, that's a big number. And my heart is telling me over, and especially with my Booker conversation. Stick with the over on it. Let's gamble.
Let's go.
Let's gamble.
Let's go.
Boys. Oh my gosh. I feel terrible about this one.
It's gonna hit 51.
All right, so he's gonna get I'll break this down in my other play a little more, but I think he gets his points over his total. I think he's gonna get the assists. He's just been getting an ungodly amount of rebounds, which is not his typical, and he's been scoring well over his average. I think his playoff average is at 21 points. His average in this series is at like 31 points. So I think it's a bait and switch with him. I mean, it's not fun to do this, but I'm actually going to be on the under on this one. And I actually is a pick that I am kind of confident with, more confident with, just with how much the number has changed.
Yeah.
From 50 and a half to 2 nights ago on that game. Now they're going to put him at 53 and a half after a huge game. And obviously he's at home. But yeah, I'm going to go under on that.
Okay.
Dylan, I think that's smart because I mean you're essentially trying to pencil him into 30 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, something like that. Which
Yeah, and I think it's going to be the. Yeah. I mean, his assists versus the Suns is like 12 assists per game, which I found that pretty fascinating, and 31 points. But the rebounds are a little out there this last couple games. So it's the playoffs. I mean, he's going to do his best, but yeah, I'm interested to see. So.
Nice. All right.
Did you get those in order, by the way, Dawson? I know that we kind of went out of order.
It went out of order, but actually, because Colin took all overs. Colin, let's just say Colin's in the middle, Dylan's on the third pick, and I'm the first pick.
Cool.
Okay.
It actually worked out. I was thinking the same thing, but it actually worked out well. Basically, yesterday is because yesterday or 2 days ago when we did this, I was all like, "Oh, we gotta take the unders because the unders is a smart take." And then I was like taking all overs. So I was like, "Well, I gotta take some unders now because I feel like an idiot." But I like what I took, so I'm gonna stick with it. We'll see what happens. We'll check the results tomorrow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Y'all ready to make some picks?
Let's go full screen to make some picks. Come on.
Yeah, let
me
me
get
get rid
small
of
over
this.
here.
Let me get
I know,
rid of
it's
this.
like-
Dylan needs to be seen.
Well, I mean,
Me too.
this is a show about
This is what it's
like
about.
freaking.
No one
You're gonna
cares.
feel
No
like
one
I'm-
cares about the unofficial picks. They want the picks.
They want to pick.
All right. Let's pick the first game, and then we'll take a break for the next game. So let's first pick this first game. We got the Celtics and the 76ers as our first game here. Let me pull up my DraftKings. All right. So again, DraftKings. Remember, y'all, I'm doing DraftKings. If you do the every day, you get that free $10 bet. Basically, you get your money back. So let's ride with that. All right. Like I said, I think this is going to be a Tatum game. He's getting his points no matter what, even if he's shooting like terrible percentage. He's getting his points. He's going to take the shots. He's going to get free throws. He's going to take his shots. I feel like eventually I'm just guessing this game now that they're back at home. I think he's going to have a better efficiency rate. I think he's going to hit his shots more. So I'm going to take him. I'm actually going to sell a couple points on him. I'm going to take him at over 28.5, which helps. I'm guessing I'm not hot on Harden, but I think he's going to take a lot of shots again. And maybe he makes them, so I'm going to stay away from it. But what that means for me is I'm going to take Maxey on the under. I'm going to take Maxey under 19.5 points because I think Harden's going to take the shots. And then, like we said, I like the Celtics, but I'm going to buy a couple points with him just to be safe. So I'm going to take the Celtics -3.5. So again, that's Tatum over 28.5 points, Maxey under 19.5, and then the Celtics to cover -3.5. And that gives you +330. So that is my first pick. Dylan, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it simple. We talked about it earlier. Boston has looked like a team that's gotten hot at the wrong time. This happens in the pros. Very common. These teams like the Warriors and the Lakers coming in as 6 and 7 seeds, obviously the Heat as an 8 seed. It's not about what you've done in the regular season. It's about what you do right now. That being said, Boston's at home. I'm going to lean towards the +7. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that straight out as one of my picks. I'll take those points. If they win, it's +260. If you want to juice it up, I feel confident they're going to end it. I do think that it's a close game. Either way, it could go either way, but I do lean towards taking those points. As far as for my player prop, even though I think it's close, I think it is a Tatum game. I do think so. I mean, the playoffs are, this is his time coming home to prove himself. to his front of his home crowd. It's a do or die kind of game for him if he wants to be a franchise guy there in Boston. Have the respect of the city. So I think he's going to come out and show out. I mean, he's probably going to shoot as much as possible. They're going to be running the ball to him. So I'm going to take his plus 30 points. It's plus 110. So a little more juice than his total. So that the picks are going to be Philly plus 7 and Tatum plus 30. So I've got him a little contrarian. So I mean, if the Boston does win, and Tatum has a monstrous game, I'm not sad. But if it's close, I still think he gets 30.
Okay, I like that. So you got a minus 110 and a plus 110, so it kind of evens out.
Yeah, simple straight bets.
Sweet. All right, Colin, what you thinking?
I think that Boston is going to come out mad. They're going to come out really fast, and so because of that, my bet is Boston. Boston will win the game, but I'm going to take that first quarter spread. It's sitting at minus 2.5, and I think they certainly are winning by 4 or 5 points. I think they really do put them on in that first quarter.
Okay.
So I feel confident on that. Also another one that I like. I'd feel comfortable parlaying it. Brogdon to score 15. He's been playing really well. 6 man of the year candidate. And so, yeah.
Now I need the official pick though. So are you going to parlay it or not? Okay.
Yeah, bring it in.
What's the odds on that?
Bring it in.
Let me hear the odds.
Oh, no dice. It looks like FanDuel's not letting me parlay it. So we'll just do it individual bets. That's fine.
You know what?
I can do it.
I think we can. I'll look at the odds tomorrow. I bet they'll let us that doesn't make sense. I bet eventually they will. So let me just write it down. You got first quarter Celtics. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe that's not going to be a same game parlay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's a quarter bet.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put them both down on here and we'll figure it out before I put the show out. So you got Celtics.
I like that quarter bet though. That first quarter bet. I'm riding with you on that, man. That looks solid.
Minus 1.5 first quarter Celtics.
2.5.
2.5.
And then say that
Brogdon to score 15 plus. It's minus 110.
Okay, over 14. How much over 14? Okay, I'm just gonna add those on there and we'll figure that out later.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, I like that though.
Let's make some money,
dude. Because I mean, remember Brogdon on the first he was on the
Bucks
series, and then he went to the Bucks, or was he just always on the Bucks?
Bucks, and then Pacers.
Okay, Bucks and then Pacers. But he was like a main piece on those teams, and now he's kind of taking a back seat. But basically, he should be able to score points any given time, type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
Good pick. I like it. I'm riding with both of them.
All right, let's do that. All right, y'all. Okay, those are our first game picks. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll make our second game official picks. Let's make some big money. We'll see y'all in a second. All right, y'all. We're back. Let's make these last couple picks. We've got the late game left. We've got the Suns. We've got the Nuggets. We're going to make these last 3 picks, and we're going to get out of here. Dylan, I want to start with you. Let me see what you got.
Oh, God, put me on the spot. Yeah, so great game the other night. Again, the Denver Nuggets are at home, minus 5.5. I think it is right now. Booker with an excellent performance, again. So can he do this in Denver? I say yes. I'm going to go ahead and take Devin Booker over the point. I mean, I just like how he's having one of those playoffs. It's kind of like Jimmy. I got to ride until the wheels come off. So I'm going to ride with him on the over. The other bet that I do like, so this is kind of an interesting one, but Joker's rebounds at 13.5. I talked about this earlier. He's been getting the assists. I mean, he's getting this, he's scoring well over his total. The rebounds might not be there as much if there's more scoring. It's just tough to say with that number. So I'm going to say under on that as well. So under 13.5 rebounds for him. That is plus 100. And then Devin Booker's over is I think it's even money or minus 110 or whatever. So those would be my 2 picks. And then a third pick will be Devin Booker over on his threes or over 3 threes. That is also minus 110, something like that. So those are going to be my 3 picks for the game.
Okay. Booker, you said over 3, so over 2.5 threes. I'm just going to put.
Yeah, it's minus 136. So over 2.5 threes. I'll do that. And
All right, I like it, man. So yeah, so Dylan's riding with Booker. I mean, hard to argue against.
well, we'll see. I was riding with Jimmy tonight, and he missed by 2. So
Yeah.
I'm a gut guy. I might seem confident on here, guys, but this is just if you see the back end of this, I told Colin earlier off camera, I was like, I know you don't know me that well yet, but take all my picks with a grain of salt. I'm here to have a good time. But that's where my feels are at right now.
All right, I like it. Yeah, Colin, how do you think about, or how do you feel about that?
I think that I'm going with the Nuggets money line combined with Jamal Murray over 25.5 points. That is going to be plus 142. I think that they're going to be coming at Jokic with everything and trying to get him not to score over 35. And Joker's going to do what he needs to do, which is just pass the ball and make the best basketball decision. He's going to get his points regardless. So I'm rolling with Murray over 25.5 plus Denver money line that gets me 142.
All right, Murray over 25.5 and Denver money line. I'm gonna put that in right now. Nice. All right. So for me, I know I literally just said earlier, I don't know if it was on camera or not, but I just said something about like, don't let me bet Booker under. But let me bet Booker under, baby. Let's see.
Oh no, are we against each other?
Oh no!
Don't worry. I'm gonna sell a couple points. I'm gonna say,
okay, do what you gotta do, man.
I'm gonna say Booker under 33.5. So let's let him get 30, 31, 32, 33, and then stop. And then
for both of us to hit.
Say,
yeah, well, for both of us to hit, Dawson, I just, I'd love for both of us to hit, but I think you're going to be missing this one since I'm on the over.
We'll see, baby.
But we need 33 exactly.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Okay. For both of us.
32.5. You're at under 33.5. So maybe we'll middle.
So degenerate special, put the exacto on 33.
Exactly.
I've been riding with, it's the same, basically the same idea as Butler. I was like, okay, I'm riding Butler. He finally couldn't hit it. I feel like Booker, it just has to. We're going back to Denver. This seems like the place where, I still think he's going to get like 28 points. So it's not like it's like a bad game. I just think he's not going to get 35 points finally. It's crazy. But I am riding with Durant. So I'm going to take Booker under 33.5, Durant over 27.5. But I'm going to take the Nuggets. I'm going to sell a point with the Nuggets. I'm going to take the Nuggets minus 6.5, which gives you a minus 365 total. So that's going to be my pick for that. We'll see. I will say I feel confident on the Celtics game, but I like this. I think eventually Booker's going to have a letdown. And if not, I'll be okay. I'll be okay with losing. It'll at least be fun. At least it'll be a good game if I miss it.
Had to be against me.
Yeah, the emotional hedge, All right, well, that's it for today, y'all. Again, thank y'all so much for joining me. Let's get it. We'll be back tomorrow. Good luck, everyone. Bet responsibly. Let's make some money.
Peace.
See you, boys.
See ya.
See ya.